I'm from a small town in Fairbanks, Alaska. 22 years old. Lived in Alaska my whole life up until I was 17. I went down to Team Alpha Male to train for a couple of years. I moved back to Alaska. I have three older brothers. They all fought, so kind of picked it up from them. Been doing it since I was 12 years old.
At what point did you decide that combat sports was for you, and what particularly interested you about mixed martial arts?
You know, when I was a freshman in high school, I started doing it full time, and kind of funny. I was a freshman on the football team, and the seniors all came in and we brought Xboxes to this camp, and they came in and took our TV and our Xbox and stuff. So we got a group of us together and tried to go get it back. And then, you know, they were a lot bigger than us, so they're like, "All right, one of you guys has to fight this guy, and we'll give you your shit back." So nobody else wanted to do it, and I was like, "I'll do it." I've always been, you know, never been one to back down from a challenge, and I just beat the crap out of this big 205-pound senior. I was maybe $150. So I mean, after that, I just fell in love with it, and I started training. And you know, I had a couple fights in high school, and then when I turned 17, I decided to move down to California by myself and try to finish high school while training down there. So
speaking of training, can you tell us a little bit about where you train, who you train with, and what a typical day looks like for you at the moment?
Right now, I got a 4-year-old son. Now I train with Frostbite Valetudo in Fairbanks, Alaska. I work half the year, so like 5 days on, 5 days off. So usually on my work days, I go straight to practice after work and then work out for an hour and a half. And then on my off days, I usually work out 2 or 3 times a day.
So we're here in Fujairah right now. This is your first fight outside of the United States, first fight out of Alaska even. So can you tell us a little bit about how you're adjusting to the whole situation?
It was a rough travel for sure, but I'm feeling good right now. I think I'm going to put on a good performance on Saturday night.
You've gone from competing on the regional circuit in Alaska to headlining this huge international card for Cage Warriors. That must be a huge confidence boost for you in terms of the faith that Cage Warriors have putting you in such a big fight.
Yeah, I mean, it's an honor to fight on a great show like this, especially as the main event. You know, all I can do is let things fall into place and do my best and hopefully put on a good show for you guys.
Now, I'm sure you thought you were going to get away without talking about it, but we've got to ask you about that knockout. What was going through your mind when you scored that incredible KO?
You know, I fought him a couple years before that, and I took that fight on a couple days' notice. But I thought I won the first fight, but they called it a draw. It was kind of a rival team show. Anyways, I already knew, you know, I knew his tendencies, and I knew exactly what I was going to do. I actually had a dream a couple days before the fight. I said I was going to fake the body and throw overhand right, and lo and behold, yeah, landed perfectly.
And so finally, Collin, before we let you go, you're fighting over here in the Middle East. I'm sure you've got a lot of fans back home who are going to be supporting you, watching this fight on CWFC, JOE.ie and MMA Junkie this Saturday. So what's your final message to all the Cage Warriors fans?
You know, I love all my fans back home, and I hope I can make them proud.